I'm Melita from Move Mountains Physio. So today we're talking about one of the most important things to understand for good strength training and injury prevention. It's the difference between the abs and the core. That's right, I said the difference because they're not the same thing. So the abs are the outer muscles, your sit-up muscles and your twisting muscles, your obliques. The core are the deep abs underneath those, the pelvic floor, the lower back, and the diaphragm. So the outer ab muscles create movement, that sit up and twist. The core, on the other hand, creates stability. This means that if your core program is full of exercises where you move these two pieces, or where you lift your head and shoulders and keep them that way as you move your legs, these are all ab exercises. They are not core exercises, and to be honest, this is one of the quickest ways to cause yourself problems. Instead, core exercises are one where we put the rib cage and the pelvis in neutral and then move our arms and legs or against gravity so that the core has to work to keep this stability. Now, if you want to work out if your core is working effectively, it's actually quite simple. Have a lie on your back with your legs bent. So first of all, in this position, have a feel of your back on the floor. If your back is completely flat on the floor with no arch, this is a good indication that you haven't been training your core. Instead, you've been training your abs, and those deep muscles are not supporting your lower back as well as they should be. Neutral position is with the tailbone out, an arch in the lower back, and the chest lifted a little bit. This is the position that your core will work best in. So this is the position that we want to aim for whenever we're lying on the floor. The second thing we can do to check if your core is working well is to check if it's stabilizing your pelvis and rib cage effectively. To do this, we just lift one leg at a time. Do a few of those and feel how much your pelvis is rocking. Now, if you're getting a fair amount of rocking from side to side, again, this is a good indication that your core is not working very well. Stick your tailbone out, create the arch in the lower back, and then try that leg lift again. For most people, you'll find that this is immediately a little bit more stable, which indicates that in this position, your core is working perfectly well. The third thing we want to check is if you use a core cue, like sucking the belly in or lifting the pelvic floor, that it's actually getting the right muscles. So the way we do this is pop your fingers in your lower belly. It should be a little bit squishy at this point in time. Then use your core cue that you would train with. Now if you feel a muscle jump up under your fingers here as if a steak's just appeared in your lower belly, that is not your core. That is your obliques, and that is not a good cue for you to be training with. If you feel your tailbone tuck under, or if you feel your bum muscles squeezing, again, these guys are not your core, so not a great cue to be training with. So now you might be wondering how you should train your core. Well, the thing about the body is it's actually very intelligent. If you keep the tailbone out and the chest up, it starts to use the muscles that are the most obvious for it to use to maintain this position, and that's the core. It's a much smarter way to train as opposed to the traditional where we tend to focus and try and squeeze a muscle specifically. Unfortunately, or fortunately, the body is just too smart for this. So in a nutshell, tailbone out, chest up, keep this position and move to train your core. Over the coming weeks, we're going to be going through some good core exercises which you can use to replace the old ab ones that you were doing. To get a head start, go and check out our blogs. There are already some great exercises up there. Otherwise, watch out for those videos. See you next time.